Greetings and welcome to the Halloween edition of the Sliders Review. And I'm here today to talk to you about Creeped Out Season 1 Candlesticks. This is one of my all-time favorite episodes because it's very eerie, it's creepy, and the twist ending is something that is so good. It's out of like you would think it's R.L. Stine writing this, but it's not. Like that's how good the twist ending is at the end. And so, like, once again, this is a show that's a British/Canadian series. This episode deals with the Canadian aspect of it. And it lasted for 2 seasons, and it's on Netflix. And so, okay. So, once again, the Curious shows up, and he's on the roof. And the Curious is the person who always shows up in the beginning and end of every episode. It's this kid who wears a mask and he's creepy and nobody knows who he is. But they say once you start hearing him whistle or something like that, you know that something bad is going to happen. And it's a collection of stories and blah, 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 stuff like that. And it's a really creepy little person who acts so great in this thing. I just wish they had like a full episode explaining who he is. Anyway, so this episode starts off with a babysitter named Esme. And Esme, she is known by the parents as being like one of the best babysitters, but all the kids hate her. Why? Because when she babysits, she doesn't want to have to deal with the kids. All she does is want them to go to sleep. Don't every babysitter? And so, like, what she does is when they don't want to go to sleep, she scares them in going to sleep. See, she tells them a scary story about this, like, boogeyman type monster dude. And talking about how, like, he's going to break into your house and do all kinds of stuff to you. Well, the kids are all like, we don't believe you. Then all of a sudden, here comes the little scary boogeyman looking thing. And it looks like a Swamp Thing, Sasquatch type thing with leaves and stuff like that. And it scares the kids upstairs and they go to sleep. In reality, it's her boyfriend dressed up as some type of sea creature, Sasquatchy type thing. So when they do that, all she wants to do is just cuddle and like make out with him. But all he wants to do is watch sports, play on his phone, and raid the refrigerator every time. And you can see it gets on her nerves because he's basically using her to get free food and stuff. So anyway, she's at this new house and she has to babysit a child named Ashley. And so the parents, are all like, well, we heard you're the best babysitter, this and that, blah, 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 blah. And Ashley's upstairs sleeping. Well, after the parents leave, she walks like somewhere towards, I think, like the hall, and she sees Ashley just staring her down. And Ashley's wearing like this goofy little pajama thing that looks kind of like a bunny ears or deer or something like that. And Ashley just looks like pissed. And so she's all like, isn't it time for you to go to bed? And then so he's a very mouthy little person. And so she tries to do the whole the whole nightmare scary story thing, but he's not buying it. But then of course her boyfriend comes in and he's all like, I don't believe this. And he's all like, I heard about you. You're like the world's worst like babysitter and stuff like that. And so he's constantly bad mouthing off to the boyfriend and stuff. And like this is a foul mouthed little kid and stuff. So in a way, he stays up to her dismay, and then some creepy, scary stuff starts like happening, right? So as Esme is trying to like cuddle with her boyfriend, like on the couch, like some spooky stuff starts to happen. So he's still on his cell phone, right? But then something like pinches his ear, and he's all like, why'd you like pinch my ear for? And she's like, I didn't do it. Then somebody ate a bite of his sandwich. She thinks it's Ashley, so she goes upstairs. So then she's all like, trying to interrogate him, and he's all like, Kindlesticks is angry. He protects little kids from bad people like you. And then so next thing you know, like the boyfriend is hollering, and then they run back down. He's all like, something just grabbed my hair. And she's like, well, it can't be Ashley. He was upstairs with me. And then next thing you know, Ashley's mouthing off like, what if it's the night man? Like, remember, that's the Sasquatchy thing that she scares little kids with. And then next thing you know, like it's lightning, the wind is rustling the bushes outside through the windows, and like all of a sudden, a plate like it's like it hovers through the air and it almost like hits Esme and her boyfriend. And they're all like, what the world is going on? He's like, what kind of haunted house did you bring me to? And then Ashley's like, look, like up on the ceiling. And then, because the boyfriend's scared of spiders, right? And so then next thing you know, there's like this huge shadow of a spider just walking on the ceiling. And he is freaking out. And then he turns and he looks at like, the wall, and scratched into the wood of the wall, or the well, the plaster of the wood, whatever it's called, is the word candlesticks. He's just like, I'm out. He is out. And he hightails on out of there. And then Ashley tells like Esme's all like, Candlesticks is angry and he doesn't like no friends of yours. So Esme is freaking out. You know, like the freaky stuff like keeps happening and stuff. Like there's stuff moving around. There's like everything goes like really dark. They're scared. They're running. They're hiding in the closet. And he's just like, it's Candlesticks. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. And he's all like, you have to be good if he wants you to go away. And you have to stop being like bad and to all these kids and stuff like that. And then so next thing you know, you see like this big monstrous thing with red eyes. And she's just freaking out, scared. And then Ashley like disappears and everything. Gets like, I guess he gets like grabbed by Candlesticks. And so she's looking for Ashley and she can't find them. And then here comes Candlesticks and his like this is his monstery looking self. And then she's all like, I'm sorry, I'll be nicer to these kids and all this other stuff. And then next thing you know, there's no more monster. It's just Ashley with these like stylus pens that have like a flashlight with a red lens to it. And she's all like, it was you the whole time. He's like, well, yeah. She's like, how did you do that? He's like, easy. I used these little pen lights to use as like little flashlights and make the eyes glow and stuff. But then she's all like, well, how'd you make things move around the house? Did you use wires and stuff? He's like, yeah. So then like at some point in time, like, you know, the parents come back and he's asleep in the bed and stuff. And so the parents come back and this is where the interesting thing happens. So like, as they're in the bedroom, which that's a pretty nice bedroom for a little child, but a full-size bed, what the world? So they're there and they're looking at Ashley sleep and the blanket's over Ashley's head. But then if you look closely in the background, you will see a portrait of the parents and a little girl wearing a pink dress. And so I'm just like, wait, hold up. Ashley can go both ways in terms of names. It's normally a female's name. But we know Ashley's a dude. Well, is he? So the parents are all like, oh, she's fast asleep. And Esme's all like, she? Don't you have a son named Ashley? And they're like, no. And then you see the portrait in the back get bigger and it's a girl. And then she's like, well, then who's? And then she turns around and there's the other Ashley, the boy version with red glowing eyes. It's Candlesticks. This whole time she's been with him. See, he tricked her into being nice because he told her, like, when he was pretending to be Ashley, he's all like, you know, us kids talk at school and they say how terrible you are, and he wanted to teach her a lesson. And that's basically what he did. And she's never like been mean to kids since. What's so great about this is just the scary horror of it, like when they being chased and everything. What's so great is that twist ending, because like naming the child Ashley, they could have named Ashley or Renee, something like that, and they could have went both ways. You didn't know because you never saw like the little girl until the end. And so it's like, you know, it was just so freaky. And the fact that this demonic thing wears the cutest little pajama outfit and stuff. But yeah, it's just one of my all-time favorite. Not as good as the one, the Bravery Badge or the Traveler. But this one is just like, it reminds me so much of R.L. Stein. It just does. And R.L. Stein had his birthday yesterday, so happy birthday to him. That wasn't that spooky. Alright, well, I shall talk to y'all later. Bye.